Ladies and gentlemen, crank up the volume and cue the confetti cannons for the sonic supernova that supernovaed across the candy-colored confines of NBC's The Kelly Clarkson Show, that effervescent enclave of earworms, empathy, and everyday escapism where pop royalty rubs rhinestones with real talk. And on this sun-drenched Thursday in mid-October 2025, the guest throne glittered for none other than Gwen Stefani, the ska-punk siren-turned-country crossover queen, 56 and still slaying. Her platinum legacy from No Doubts don't speak to her Vegas velvet vocals and fresh-off-the-presses GXVE beauty empire that's got glossies gushing and Gen Z glamming in holographic Harajuku hues. The stage sparkles with its signature sugar rush splendor, a circular confetti-strewn platform pulsing under pastel prism lights, encircled by a euphoric entourage of 300A superfans in spiderweb tees, soccer moms with signed skateboards, TikTok teens twirling and tartana detonating in decibels of devotion as Kelly's cover band belts a brassy Since You Been Gone remix, Kelly Clarkson herself bounding out in a bedazzled denim jumpsuit, her Texas twang trumpeting, "Y'all, welcome to the show where we sing it, sling it, and sometimes sting-eyed it. Today's diamond is dazzling." Solo spotlight on Kelly, the original American Idol orbiting her orbit, voice a vocal volcano ready to erupt. Empathy and Dear Candy, hold on to your hollabacca, we're bananas to have Gwen Stefani here to spill on her new album, That Blake Romance Reboot, and makeup that's more magic than mirror. The roar ricochets off rafters, raptures raining as rear projection reels roll Gwen's Rainbow Reella Orange County mosh pits, platinum rich girl riches, red carpet rodeos with Shelton igniting impromptu hollaback girl chants from the mosh-adjacent millennials and misty-eyed murmurs from the 90s nostalgics. Backstage, the Beehive buzzes, producers popping prosco in the booth, prognosticating a 35% streaming surge from Gwen's cross-gen clout. The green room groaning with glam Gruba vegan bento boxes, banana bread bites, a bespoke bottle of her lamb looks lambrico while stylist spurts the final sheen on her signature platinum ponytail. And enter the enchantress, the velvet curtains part like a platinum record, and Gwen grooves in, a vision in vintage Versace vinyl mini that vinyl crackles her curves like a 90s mixtape, combat boots stomping stadium swagger. LAMB leather jacket slung like a ska sash as she bear hugs Kelly with a husky call, "Let's make some truth and beauty," settling into the swivel stool with the swagger of a woman who's surfed sound waves from ska to country. Kelly beams, belting, "Gwen, goddess, your GXV line's a glow-up game changer, a house channeling that Harajuku heart into highlighters at 56 feel, fierce and forever." Gwen's cackle crackles electric, a platinum purr, "Kelly, it's just me and Masquerade Agents, the ultimate collab, remixing radness with realness." Harmonies of hilarity harmonize, the crowd crooning as Gwen gushes on Farrell phoning in for hollaback reboots, her boys band practices in the barn, the bliss of Blake's backyard barbecue eliciting yeehaws from the country converts and iconic from the influencers, cameras canoodling the chemistry as graphics glitter. Gwen Stefani, from tragic kingdom to beauty empire. Yet, as the first act fades and the flashbulbs flare fiercer, a faint friction flickers, Kelly, the show's soul-bearing songstress with a knack for kumbaya and occasional kick, swivels with a sip of sweet tea, her eyes twinkling like tabloid teasers. "Gwen, your glow's goals, but let's gloss the grittier pivot from punk to polish, no doubt to doubt-free domesticity with Blake. Isn't it less evolution and more escape? Trading mosh pit mayhem for makeup millions while the band's back catalog collects cobwebs?" The query quivers in the quartz clear quad, a candy-coated critique crusted in curiosity, and Gwen's grin glitches a glitch, unveiling a violet voltage beneath the veneer. The congregation cooing conspiratorially as the convivial chorus conceals the coalescing cacophony, screens simmering with sprouting speculation. Gwen on Kelly kindling kindly, clueless to the chromatic chaos churning in this ostensibly chromatic chat. As the afterglow of affirming arias for Gwen is graceful glidea, a giggly quip about escape, "Honey, I'm still moshing in my mind. Blake's just the cowboy who caught the Beata fizzles into a fraud fermata." Kelly Clarkson inches her iced latte closer, the clink of condensation a crystalline caution, the studio sotto voce symphonia scribbling cellists, shifting stilettos sinking to a suspenseful silence that spotlights every subtle squint and strum of string, the assembly angling like audiophiles at an unplugged unveiling eyeing the encore's edge, their fan cams flickering like fireflies. Gwen grooves gingerly at Genesis, her platinum paw patting the podium's prism, timbre a tempered trill, domesticity's my duet and no doubt's my DNA, but DNA evolves your spinning shade while I spin shades for self-love. Accolades avalanche through the amphitheater, a cascade of claps from the comeback queens, but Kelly, the vocal virtuoso with a vault of vulnerable verses from idol to indie, vaults vivaciously, her vibrato veering toward the vinegar. Self-love, sweetheart, your self-love's Shulfa albums on hiatus, hubby on hayrides, beauty billions blooming a feels like farewell to the frontwoman, frosting fame while the faithful fan for fresh fire. The prod pierces profoundly, peaked with the punch of pop star probing, and the vibe vibrates as backup dancers' eyes enlarge empathetically, band members bite beats, audience auras accumulate ambivalently. Gwen's posture petrifies a pulse, that platinum poise paling perceptibly, her parry projecting platinum, frosting, darling, it's foundation the foundation for my sons, my sanity you're vending victim vibes while I vend visibility. The Sally sings sharply, a surge of supportive swells sweeping the stage, errant echoes from the elder Remo entwining with emerging enthusiasts' earnest exhales, the rift rising like rising reverb, gadgets gathering gossip gradients. Kelly, karaoke queen undaunted, jettisons a jazzy jab, palms up in playful penance. Visibility? Gwen, you're the visibility vanguard, but vanguards vanish. Your winded up was wildfire, now it's wind down wellness. No fear the fade? Or is this line your last lullaby before the lights dim? The follow-up flares ferociously, a folksy faint fingering Gwen's furtive fears of fading from fierce to family first and familial footnotes, and the diva's demeanor darkens, digits descending decisively as she re-angles regally, the stool squeaking like a ska snare. Lullaby. Try legacy. Kelly, your lullabies are lovely, but legacies arrive layered looks, loves, and lyrics without losing the loud. The comeback cascades convincingly, charging the chamber with chromatic charge. The lull leaning on a ledge as a backup singer seeks soothe. Sisters, sing the synergy. Gwen's glows are gospel. Yet Kelly crescendos creatively, her chuckle a cutting chord. Gospel, babe? My gospel got Grammys before your first gasket. To confess, is Stephanie the ska savior or the sparkle safeguarding status? Stuck in style over substance? Theory the tripwire trips, style over substance, a stylistic sting stitched for Gwen's aesthetic arsenal and artistic authenticity, her gaze gathering grit, the icon's ignition igniting as she edges the edge, tone tipping tempestuous. Substance, that's superficial from your scripted serenade as my status is soul, not safeguarded. You're safeguarding slots while I safeguard spirit. The thrust thunders thoroughly, threading the thread of talk show tapestry, the multitude magnetized in a medley of mounting momentum, whiles whirling wildly, control centers churning with caution. Cressa crackling corral the crescendo. While the band bridges with a beat drop. Unswayed, Kelly lobs latest. Spirit, Sugar Plum, My Spirit sold stadium. Dish, is the clash cosmetics or just the curtain before the country code? The escalation erupts exponentially, exchanges exploding like extemporized encores, the scaffold strained as a ska scaffold, viewports vending the vivacity. The flicker of Gwen's furrowed fringe, Kelly's kinetic key change as the dialogue dips to dust up, the bouquet of banter blooming barbed wire bold. Suggestions swelling in the shadows where stagehands speculate sonic storm brewing. The midpoint menacingly moseying toward must-see melee. The platform, formerly a paradise of pop star powwows, now pulses with the pyrotechnic pandemonium of a punk rock purge. The onlookers ossified in open-mouthed ovation as Gwen Stefani's grip grinds the glittered gleam. A gut-punch gesture in the scabfest of glossy jibes where graciousness gives ground and gumption grabs the groove. Kelly Clarkson, the ballad's battle-hardened belter, broadcasts a blithe broadside. Code? Gwen, Code is close chapter to yours country cocooning, a harajuku who has been hustling hues while hotshots like Ali hijack the hits. The spark spawns the spasm, Gwen's jocularity jolting in a jolt of justified jabs, vaulting vivid with the velocity of a vocal volley, her modulation morphine from mellow to mosh pit muster. Husband, Kelly, your yarns are yodeling you're a yapping yokes while I yoke yesterdays to yield. My hits hijacked hearts, not hustled from hollow hype. The diatribe detonates dynamically, dials dancing in the dispatch den, the masses morphing to Melia gasps galloping grandly, guffaws gallivanting from the giddy, a front row fan fluttering frantically as forums flood with frenzy. Gwen kicks Kelly kindling kin wide. A dancer, the diplomatic drummer, drums for DA tilde copyright tenty, divas, drop the drama let's duet. But Kelly, the jaunty jester juiced, jettisons jaggedly, duet, doll, you're the solo screecher lipstick for the legacy lap, but the limelight's lapsing muse on the mix muffle, or is this your valedictory vogue in vinyl? Scattered shticks scatter shards of schadenfreude, scattering serenity like sequins in a squall, but Gwen's jet-fueled jets judiciously the barriers burst as she bounds buoyant, vinyl vivisecting in a vortex of verve, pointer punctuating like a punk proclamation, muffle, that's your muffle, mired in mediocrity your vistas of vultures vaudeville, vending vinegar while virtuosos vault victorious, vanquish this vapid vibe I'm vaporizing, the pronouncement pulverizes profoundly, the assembly atomizing in a mazed aura, floods flooding the frontwoman's fervent form, her facade a frenzy of fervor and finality, the host hyperventilating, a heaving harmony as if harmony's been harangued hereditarily, turmoil tumbles, a techie's tweed torpedoes the teleprompter tinderbox triage the takeoff. Yet Kelly, the plucky prankster peaked, parries pertly, vaporizing, Gwen, groovin' agabs are the groove, not the grand exit, but the gulf gapes Gwen's joint jettisons, boots battering boards like bass drops, bypassing the buffet's beleaguered bonbon to bonbon buckling in bedlam into the brink, brushing off beseeching bids from bewildered backups, her exodus an emblem of emboldened empress. The throng thrashes, a thunder of thanks and taunts Gwen, groove on. From grunge graduates, jam the jukebox. From jaded jurors crews careening to capture the cavalcade, the candy pavilion peeled to a peel of peeled paint egos. In the hiatus haze, the band alchemizes with airy ad-libs, dancers symmetrize with sunny synopses, the ensemble evading the epic as emissions etch Gwen's groover getaway into jetstream, syndicates swarming with synapses scribes snatching the scoop, socialites surfing the swell, snippets sprouting like gas sprouts, corners convene, catalyzed by the cosmetics critique, Kelly's kinetic hiat authenticity, or purely the polarity of punk prowess and pop punditry. Guesses geezery Gwen's gig-fatigued grit from globe-trotting, Kelly's juice quest for juicy jewels, or solely the sparkle of ska spirit and sassy scrutiny. The feed flickers forward with feigned finesse, Kelly weaving whimsy from the whirlwind, that was vocal volcano and Gwen Stefani, our fleeting firework, firing flavors we fanned, the paean's paradoxical, a potion of praise and pang, as postscripts pour like pitchers, prognosticating postscript, pop or pandemonium, universally, undulations unfurl, a songbird unchained, a sparrer unspared, a skirmish sculpting saga, substantiating that beneath the banter's beguilement, backbones are bastions braced to buck. What a whirlwind, what a Clarkson clash whipped into whimsy's whirlwind, whittling its swoop into the whoop-de-doo of wrangles wondrously wild.